Hi, Dave Spaulding, Handgun Combatives. The video we're doing today has been at a popular request, and it's how do I determine where to hold my gun for distance shooting. As you guys know, distance pistol shooting is kind of in vogue right now because of all the active shooter, counterterrorism stuff that's going on. But the first thing I want to ask you is, even though you can do this type of long distance shot in the sterile range, should you? The pandemonium of a real event where people are running back and forth across the aisle at the big box store, and you're going to stand there with your pistol and your steely-eyed stare and absolutely, solid nerves, and you're going to press off that 50-yard shot and hit that guy, hit him well enough to incapacitate him and not piss him off. Do you really think you can do that? You should ask yourself that question. That aside, how do you do this? Well, you know what? I'm going to show you the method that I was taught in 1976 when I went through the Basic Sheriff's Academy. And that's basically walk your way back. Now, as you can see down here, we're going to use that metal challenge target right there. I like these targets because they give you that 8-inch high chest size. And again, when you're doing this kind of thing, you want to get good vital hits, just not a hit anywhere on the body. You hit a guy right here, you're going to tick him off more than incapacitate him, so you better hit him right here. So that gives me that 8-inch circle, but it's also spring-loaded, so I get a ring and I get movement. And that's important when you're trying to do this kind of stuff. Now, if you were doing this on paper, you could start up there at 3 yards and work your way back. We're on steel, so we're going to place our first shot on it at 10 yards. I'm going to hold directly in the center of the plate. Let's take a look and see where we get our hit. That's a good start. Dead center at 10 yards. Equal height, equal light. That round hit right at the top edge of my front sight. That's good. Let's walk back. We're going to go back here now to 15 yards, and we're going to do that again, and we're going to see if our bullet impacts at a different location. Right on top of the other one. That's a good start. Let's walk back to 20. See what we get. Okay, I'm off to the right just a little bit. That probably wasn't the gun or the bullet. That was probably me giving it a little flinch. But our elevation is pretty good. Let's go back to 25. Let's take a look and see what we get here. A little bit high. You see that? I'm a little bit high. That could be me, maybe not. Let's keep going back and see what we get. Now we're going to have to reset up the camera, so we got a little break right here. Okay, we've reset the camera, and now we're back at 35 yards. Move back about 10 yards to see what happens. Now, the problem I've got with my old eyes is that plate's kind of starting to blend in. You know what? I should have taken that into account and made that a color that had nothing to do with my backstop. Bad on me, but something for you to think about if you're going to do this exercise. So let's take a look at this. Okay? Now I'm kind of at the bottom of the plate. So I went back 10 yards and I moved down. So what's that tell me? It probably tells me it's me, because I'm still holding the front sight right in the middle of the plate. I'm a little high, a little bit low. I'm still shooting well. It's probably just me, my grip, my trigger. Let's move back now to the 40. All right, now we're back at 40 yards, still shooting at an 8-inch circle. Okay, I missed that. It looked like I missed off to the right. So let's readjust, try it again. Over top, Darren? Look, okay, so we're going over top. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shift. Now, I'm missing, but this is part of the process. You've got to miss in order to do this. So, oh, he's missing, he's missing. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to be missing so I can find out where to hold. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to a 6 o'clock hold. Instead of holding the front sight right in the middle of the circle, I'm going to go to 6 o'clock and let's see what happens. Good solid hit. Looked like dead center, didn't it to you, Darren? Pretty close anyway. Okay, so I had to shift to a 6 o'clock hold. What we're going to do now is we're going to turn off the camera, we're going to go back to 50 yards and we're going to set it up again. Okay, we've moved back to the 50. So what I'm going to do is the same thing I did at the 40. I'm going to hold right at 6 o'clock underneath the 8-inch circle. Let's see what kind of hit we get. I really can't tell where I hit. I'm pretty far back, but we did hit the plate. But from here, what would you do? Maybe 55, 60 yards. You just move your way back. May not be a bad idea to spray paint the plate every time, walk down there, see where your impact is. But what that'll give you is that picture you need to recreate in a crisis. At 50 yards, I need to hold 6 o'clock right at the bottom of his head or the bottom of his chest. Because what is a sight picture? It's a picture. You need to create what that picture looks like and then smoothly depress the trigger. So that's how you determine how to shoot your pistol at distance. It works very well. It's been around a long time, but you know what? This is the perfect time or the perfect distance for those red dot pistols, those mini red dots. They work great at these distances, so something to think about. All right, that's how you shoot at distance. Dave Spaulding, Handgun Combatives. Thanks for checking in.